So unless you've been living under a rock somewhere, you know that KastKing has pioneered the color-coded gear ratio system with its entry when it first came out with the Royale Legend Elite Series reel. Basically, you have an 8:1-to-1 gear ratio in your red, a 7:3-to-1 in your black, 6:6-to-1 blue, and a 5:3-to-1, letting you know just by looking down at the deck in your kayak or whatever it may be, you can look at the different color combos and know exactly what gear ratio you can go with just by the color of the reel. But the Royale Legend Elite has that much more to offer rather than just color coding. The RLE series of Baitcasters features an 11+1 double shielded stainless steel ball bearing, making this freshwater friendly and saltwater friendly. It's got an ergo style swing wing attached plate here so you won't actually lose your side plate. That's pretty cool. With 17.6 pounds of carbon drag, low profile setup, lightweight and palm friendly, this Elite Series reel is an amazing performer that you're going to want to get your hands on. But we're not here to talk about the reel. We're here to talk about the new upgraded parts kit that makes your Royale Legend Elite reel that much better. Now this reel has always been a great reel to choose and use and go out there and just beat up the tournament circuit with, or be a weekend warrior with. It's beautiful, it's ergonomic, and it is a performer. But I will say that KastKing didn't go all out on some of the fanciness of the handle. Well, KastKing heard, they listened, and have come back with an answer. So with this parts kit right here from the KastKing Extreme Shop, we're going to take our Royale Legend Elite reel from this to this.
Alright, so let's get to it. We've got the black Royale Legend and the white Royale Legend. I'm going to go ahead and do the install on the black Royale Legend Elite. As you can see, it is a good looking reel, but with this parts kit made of lighter CNC machined aluminum, that's going to boast weight reduction, improved performance, and just all day longer comfort for tournaments or just for that weekend warrior wanting to get out there and just have a better, more comfortable reel that actually looks the part. This is the kit right here. So let's go ahead and unbox it. Let's get it going. And pretty basic, simple unboxing here. All right, so let's move that out the way. So basically what we've got here is a new CNC machine handle. It's got some nice, it's a black painted finish or powder coated finish. They've gone in and machined the edges, kind of gives it a nice little fancy look. Let's see here. Looks like about the same length here, maybe a little bit larger handle. Looks slightly larger. Yeah. Have to double check on that exact length there, but we've got a handle. We've got a star drag that is a little bit of a more fancier star drag than what's on here. Of course, those little CNC machined accents. CNC machined spool here, black paint, and of course with the machined finish there. This has got a red spool on it, kind of a good looking spool, but I don't know, I just kind of like that look. I went with the silver and black, that way this reel will be more forgiving and to be able to be paired up on quite a few different rod options in the future. And then here on your tension knob, the silver CNC instead of the red. And then of course the little retaining cap here that I'll show you in a minute will be a little bit different style. So let's go ahead and put this back. We'll go ahead and disassemble the reel and get started on the installation. Oh, also, your factory handle just had a rubber grip, where the new one is a little bit fatter, thicker, EVA comfort with the KastKing logo, that red carpet finish that we're going for. Getting all fancy pants. So tools needed for this. You're gonna need a Phillips screwdriver. Fine tip to some point is definitely recommended. You can use a ratchet with a 10mm socket, or a simple 10mm end wrench will work with a boxed end. I recommend using a boxed end or a 6-point socket. And those realistically should be the only tools absolutely required for this upgrade. First, we're gonna start with removing this Phillips screw I do recommend that you work in a clean, clear environment. All right, so we've got that removed. Now we're gonna go ahead and take off this retaining nut that holds on your factory handle. I recommend the boxed end. Grab the actual handle itself and give it a simple twist. Remember, a lot of these components that we're working with are aluminum and brass, so they are soft metals. Not required, but one thing that does help, like I've got this O-ring pick here. You could use a butter knife, a flat blade screwdriver, whatever you need to remove, like this washer here. So now we have the old handle removed. We're gonna move now towards the star drag. So let's go ahead and unscrew that. Unscrew and unscrew until it comes loose, as you can hear. Go ahead and remove it completely off of the shaft of the handle. And that guy is removed. I wouldn't mess with any of this stuff here, any of that hardware. Leave it exactly where it is. Let's go ahead and pull off our tension knob. Tension knob is removed. Next, go ahead and unlock our swing wing. Flip it out of the way and pull out our spool. So now it's time for reassembly. CNC machined spool versus the old spool. If you guys are looking to do a bearing upgrade kit, this is the perfect time to do so. Simply pop this pin out and install the new bearing. All right, simple drop-in system here. Just gonna drop this. KastKing has engineered it to be a quick, easy replacement. Drop that in, lock it closed. Spool has now been replaced. Next, we're gonna move on to our tension knob. Go ahead and run that down. Next is our star drag. Star drag, a lot better. Now, this is a good looking star drag, but it just doesn't have that flare like this new one does. The comparison, the tension knob actually is really good looking from the factory. This one right here, it just gives you the silver finish to match with everything else. Take your time. These are brass components and aluminum components. You do not want to strip these out. Now that that's been installed, you can hear the detents clicking. I'm gonna run it down until it gets snug. Now putting this retaining washer back on. This did not come with the kit. You removed it from the old parts, but you are going to reuse it with these parts. Simple and easy. Now, this is where we would install these parts back in. We are not going to use those. We will use the screw and the locking nut, but not retaining hardware. Pull this back. Now here is your old handle versus your new handle. Go ahead and drop your handle back on. Go ahead and reinstall your nut. Take your time not to cross thread. So here's one thing to take note of. Now I need to snug up my retaining nut for the handle, but I don't want to strip it out. I don't want to over tighten, but I do want to make sure that it is going to be tight enough when I drop this retaining washer over that it'll line up correctly. So we're going to go ahead and do our first snug. I recommend putting a thumb opposing the direction you're going to be snugging, and that feels about right there. Not much. Brass and aluminum, remember, very soft metals. Look at that. I'm very close to matching up. So some of your tools you'll be able to still put on and snug just a little more to get that perfect alignment. I'm almost there, and I can go just a little more. If you think you've already tightened too much, back off just a little bit to get it lined up. That's what this retaining clip is for, is to keep it from coming loose. You don't need it gorilla tight, just tight enough, and then let this washer with that retaining screw keep the nut from backing off anymore. Once it's lined up, reinstall your retaining screw. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You have just installed your new parts upgrade kit for your KastKing Royale Legend Elite Baitcaster. Now that thing is beautiful. This silver and black will definitely complement just about any rod that I install it on. But if you want to go with the red anodized black parts kit, be more than welcome to. White Royale Legend Elite reel would look great with that red anodized kit. Just might have to swap, rob, or even order another parts kit.
That's it. That's all it takes to take your Royale Legend Elite to the next level using the KastKing. Guys, these kits are available now, right now on Amazon.com. Get your KastKing Speed Shop Parts Kit and turn your KastKing Royale Legend Elite into a true head turner.